G'day gang, you want to come along and help me diagnose this Toyota Hiace? Okay, I'll tell you the story. It got towed in yesterday. There's 330,000 kilometres on it. The guy said that he was driving along and he saw the temperature gauge come up. He didn't see any steam anywhere, but that's because the engine is under the seat, of course. So he pulled up when he could. He got out and he checked the coolant bottle. Nice and high. So he filled her up. That was off, by the way, loose. I asked him if he'd see any water coming out of it anywhere, and he said no. Now, I know for a fact that these engines have a pipe that comes off the back of the I might have to leave all that shit there. Oops, sorry guys. A pipe that comes off the back of the water pump and goes up to the heater. And that is made of plastic. That quite regularly fails, and I've done a couple of head gaskets because of that failure, and it looks like I've already put the pipe on. There it is right there. That from factory is plastic. I think it's more than the head gasket. Nothing in there. Oil is down a little. No big deal. Okay. So when you, let's get my torch out. When you look, oh, it's probably better that way. When you look down there, you can see where the rust is from where I replaced that pipe before. Yeah. Something been leaking out of there. It's hard to see the stains of it, but so maybe I'll just put a bit of water in it and see where it's leaking from. But I think the engine's knackered myself. I don't think it's worth putting a head gasket on it. So I put about, I don't know, 12 litres of coolant in it. Put the tester on it. See if we can find where it's leaking from and where it all started. Well, it's going somewhere. Let's have a look at that oil level again. No, that's not changed. Okay. I can't see anything coming out on the floor, that's the thing. I've done a heater core on one of these before too. Not fun. Well, I'm going to keep going with it. I can't see anything dripping out, really. I mean, I've just put 12 litres of water in there. I see water here. What's near that? Oh. Okay. So I'll get my buddy to start her up, or crank her over. I'll see if anything comes out the back of her. These got a few joints on the exhaust too, so. No, can't see anything coming out yet. Cooling unit now. Let's have a listen. Reckon that's the hydraulic lock, sure. So that's the cylinder full of coolant, undoubtedly. Give it a crank, Renzo. Okay. Plenty enough water in there. So I've just started to unbolt the doings, and look what we found. I just started to unbolt the fan and we're pissing out the water pump. We spoke to the guy, he said, yeah, okay, go ahead, do the head gasket. Okay, so the head is off, and as you can see, that's part of our detonation. That's not blown because of any other reason. Let's start to burn that away. It does with detonation, it likes to try and burn away seats as well. We're just doing a little bit of a... Renzo, just blow that off for me, mate, for a sec with some air. And you can see it's coming straight back. So it's obviously started to eat up either the valve or the seat. We'll have a look at another one here. Not as bad. It's still leaking out, but... This is the inlets, remember? That one's not bad. A little bit. Yeah, a little bit, not bad. So we're going to have the head serviced anyway. And that'll fix that up. Now I'm going to show you another thing. You ever find these little things coming out on you? The little guides for the head? What do you reckon? What do you reckon you get out with, Renzo? A pair of pliers or something? Probably. No. Oh, just hang on a sec, I'll show you. Okay, the first thing you want to do is get yourself a punch. One that will fit in the bolt hole. Next thing you're going to do is break out your easy outs. The only reason I use easy outs. You stick it in the hole. You put a little tension on it with a shifting spanner. Sorry, I'll get the hammer. Come around the other way, mate, you're right. Now, we're going to tap on it. Now come over here and have a look. It's only tappy tap tap. Just keep a little tension on it while you turn. Out they come. So much better than get the pliers on them and just smashing them out of shape. Zig's tip of the day. You can see it. It's 15 thousandths of an inch. There's another interesting thing too. Did you see that? That little mark in right over the fire ring there? Yeah, that one right there. That's burned into her a bit, but it's got 15 thousandths. It's going to have to come off it at least, so she'll live again. And so the head's back. 20 thousandths it had to take off it to get it flat again. All the valves all needed cleaning up, all needed seats cut, and all needed the valves refaced. Now you remember just a little bit in a video ago, I was showing that I was seeing if any fluids coming out the inlet valves. Now the reason that is, this thing is, when these things get, well not particularly these things, when engines get really, really hot to the point where they start doing some damage and detonating, they detonate right up as soon as the valve's starting to open. It hasn't even got the air and fuel charge in. It just cracks because the temperature's so hot in that cylinder and the engine's so hot. As soon as that cracks, bam, it auto detonates. You don't need a spark, it just auto detonates, auto ignition. And as it detonates, up behind the valve in here, just as it's cracking, it takes pieces of metal away with it. That's what happens when detonation occurs. All of them. They all needed to be done. At any rate, now I've got it back. The problem is, possibly, because he had to take 20 thousandths of it. The problem is, there's a couple of studs that go through the front. A couple of bolts go through here, the cover. I may have to elongate the holes in the cover, but otherwise she's ready to rock. And I've got to mess the bits and pieces in here, temp switch, etc, etc. I don't think I'm going to bother showing you guys that go back together. I just wanted to diagnose it, give you a look at what happens when you cook them to the point that they stop running. Have yourselves a good one. We'll check you later. Cheers. That's how it sounds. All the water spewed out from the exhaust system. Yep. Job done. Check you later. Have yourself a good one. Cheers.